Come on, who's with me? This right here, this is annoying. What's up, you guys? It's Jose Zuniga from Teaching Men's Fashion, and I bet you can't even take me seriously with a collar looking like this. This is probably one of the most obnoxious things that happens to my shirts all the time. It makes you look sloppy, unprofessional, unkept. The list goes on and on and on. But sadly, it happens to a lot of shirts. So in this video, I kind of want to give you a couple tips on how you can fight this off and effectively have a clean, nice and crisp collar. Okay, so the first tip to a perfect collar is something you probably have heard of already, and it's called collar stays. Most dress shirts come with this feature of a slot inside your shirt collar where you can slide collar stays in there. Now, I have always recommended for you guys to pick up metal collar stays because they're sturdier, they just work better. And the good thing with metal collar stays is that you can go to Home Depot, to Amazon, you can go anywhere and make your own magnetic collar stays, which are even more effective. So if you go on Amazon and just search mini magnets, you can pick them up for like cents. And you can turn your metal collar stays into magnetic ones, which really help keep your collar up. So this is probably one of the most well-known ways to keep a straight collar. But what's the problem? The problem is that if your shirt placket area is weak, which could be from cheap materials because it's a cheap shirt, from a lot of wears, a lot of washes, your shirt collar still looks unclean. I mean, sure, it's cleaned up because of the magnetic collar stays, but the placket is still sagging, which doesn't look great. So if I were to put a suit jacket on top of this, my collar would just tuck in underneath. And that's where this really cool product, which it's called $1 Million Collar, and essentially you get these little white strips inside. They're super affordable. I mean, these things are, I think they're cheaper than collar stays. You break them up and you get this white little strip, and essentially you have to go to your tailor, any dry cleaning store. It's the simplest of tailoring that you have to do. It's nothing crazy. And you ask them to sew this into your shirt. And that's what I'm gonna do to show you how effective this little thing is. All right, guys, so we are back from the tailoring, and as you can see, the change is drastic. I mean, it's day and night difference. The placket no longer sags and makes it look like I'm wearing a high quality $100, $200 shirt. And the collar is so nicely kept, which brings me to an important point. Neither the collar stays or the placket inserts are perfect. I think both work harmoniously, beautifully, and that's what equates to a perfect collar. So what happens is that when I decide to throw on that suit jacket, I mean, just look how elegant and clean that collar looks. It automatically makes your outfit just look more expensive just because that shirt placket is nicely upright and that shirt collar is nicely kept. Notice how the collar does not sag into the suit jacket, and that's usually how I'm able to keep my shirt collar looking so clean. So that's it for this week's video, guys. I hope that helped you out. I know a lot of shirts with wear and tear, they just start looking like crap. But these two little hacks can make any cheap shirt just look super expensive. So I'm gonna have $1 Million Collar linked down below. They did give us a discount code. Well, it's not a discount code. It's a code that you can use to get 30% more. So if you buy a certain set, you apply the code and they'll give you 30% more placket stays so you can fix more shirts. So that's actually very generous. I'll have it linked below. It's a very cheap alteration. And I'll also have linked down below some magnetic collar stays. You can find them on Amazon for cheap. I'm gonna have linked below the ones that I use. So that's it for this week's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to hit up that like up button. Really helps me out. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I'm putting tons of new content out every week. Thank you guys for watching.